Hello, Virgo. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. I hope you are doing well. Today, we're doing a reading for mid-month of December. This is our very last mid-month of December 2025. This is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus sign. And please take only what resonates with you, okay? And if you want a better overview of what's happening, please check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus, especially the rising sign and the sun sign, okay? So we're going to be checking here um, three parts. We're going to check the recent past, we're going to be checking the present, and the message from Spirit for you as well, okay? Also, as I shuffle my cards one more time, I'll invite you to hit that like button there and just let me know if this is making sense to you. And of course, if you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing to my channel, helping me grow and spread the word to other watchers out there. Okay, so let's get started here, Virgo, and see what is coming up for you during this mid-month of December. The energy feels much lighter, since the last month, if not the whole year of 2025. So the recent past, Four of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. So it's a lot of grounding, a lot of your energy present here. Now, for the present energy for Virgo, we have the Devil card. I have mixed emotions about this Devil card, but we'll dive in a little bit better in a second. The Eight of Pentacles and Judgment. Message from Spirit for you, the Six of Wands, the Sun, and the Death card. This is absolutely beautiful. So just to start here from what we see, the main energy for you, the mid card, is the Eight of Pentacles. So I see you here very focused on your work, on your craft, um, working on getting something perfect. Now, keep in mind, especially Virgo, that there's no perfection here, okay? That's why we're here. There's no such thing as perfection. You can get as good as you can, keep practicing. Um, I feel it's just some people might be into that. It needs to be absolutely perfect. It can be perfect in your eyes and not be perfect in the eyes of someone else, okay? So make sure that you understand that as well in this third dimension experience, all right? But we're going to clarify more the cards. I just want to have a look here. So we start with this Four of Cups in the recent past. So there could have been something that you were waiting for something, potentially waiting for some money to come in, potentially waiting for some reward, or potentially waiting for um, it feels like some money to come in. So maybe some of you were waiting for a payment, were waiting for a new job to land or something like that. Because we also have the Four of Pentacles here. Now, all these cards, what they're giving me, starting with the Four of Cups and then the Four of Pentacles, with the Nine of Pentacles in the middle, so there's a lot of Pentacles here, it's giving me the sense of I cannot spend. So it's coming from a mentality of lack. Okay, I don't have this, I don't have that. If I spend too much here, I'm not going to have for that. So that's what you are creating, or you were creating around you, this sense of lack. So because you were working on this sense of lack, of course you will be attracting the lack of something. Okay, so let's try to shift that a little bit more in terms of the mindset regarding finances, because think about money, which it is an energy. Okay, so you could have some issues, so it's time to make peace, call money as it is, talk to it, um ask for help, ask for whatever, but don't just focus so much onto keeping it in your pocket, keeping it in your bank account just in case. Because when you're focusing, oh, in case I have an emergency, you're already saying you're going to have an emergency, okay? So there's something important here to work on. Let's clarify these cards now. For the Four of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so again, sorry, yeah. Again, we're talking about that sense of out of balance. Okay, there's I would say your energy in the past was, yeah, it was, I don't feel it anymore. It was very challenging, at least for the people I'm connecting here. It was very challenging. Okay, for the Nine of Pentacles, yes, we have the Page of Wands. So it's like money comes but very quickly goes somewhere else. because something happens, because I have this mentality that if there's money in my pocket, it needs to get out because something is going to happen. So I'm always expecting the worst to happen. So this can be a little bit of the shadow side of Virgo. If it's not balanced, this tend to happen. Okay. And for the Four of Pentacles here for you, for the, okay, we have two cards. I'm going to take them, okay, because they're important here. For the Four of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles. Again, this place of lack. What is going on, Virgo? And the Seven of Wands. Again, it's this defensive mode. So, I mean, there could be, and I actually just said a lot of challenges throughout the year. So you could have had a lot of challenges throughout the year regarding your finances, payments, paying stuff. Um, but it's not paying like, I'm going to pay my bill. I'm grateful that I was able to appreciate and use this. And now I will pay for it gladly. No, it's like, oh, I have to pay for that bill. I mean, you used it, right? So we should be grateful that we were able to use it. You were able to, stay in a nice place, in a comfortable place. So you have to pay your rent. But you're glad that you're doing that, right? When you go and you go to the supermarket rather than complaining about how much, what about if you, as you're paying, you appreciate, you are grateful that you have the means to pay for what you need, for you, for your kids, for your family, for whoever it is, for someone that you're going to give the food as well. Or if it's not food, if you're buying something else, because we're talking supermarket, I just mentioned food, right? But this is something from the past. So I am counting that you already overcome this, or you will start overcoming this. Okay, so this could be the sign. This reading could actually help you to understand it's time to move forward. Not from a place of judgment, but from a place of awareness, understanding, because that's what we're doing here. We're constantly being aware of our shadow side, our limiting beliefs, and all that, so we can evolve. We can just move forward, right? So let's look more into the present energy. And this is why I was having mixed emotions about the devil card here. She's being free from something, but she's being physically free. But potentially, she is mentally locked here when it comes to something. And this could actually be when it comes to the work, when it comes to maybe finding another job. I need to find a job. Maybe some of you are unemployed and I need to find a job right now. What about if you change that um, declaration? Rather than say, I need a job, why don't you start saying, I am open to the marketplace? Jim Rohn used to say that, and I used to love that. I am open to the marketplace. Okay? So you're acknowledging that you are ready. It's not coming again. It doesn't have to come. There's something very strong here for someone here needs to hear. Life is not to be lived from a place of lack. It's to be lived from a place of abundance, okay, prosperity, enjoyment. So there could be something that you need to work on, whether this is through a holistic therapy or anything like that, that you need to bring up and understand that life is abundant. Everything is available for everyone. You just have to turn into which way you want to go. You want to remain in the place of lack, or you want to shift to the place of abundance. Life renewal here. The judgment card is here. It's asking you, the present moment, it's asking you, what do you want to focus? Because we're coming to the end of this year 9, which has been a lot of endings, clearing that karma, clearing all the karma from the past, clearing from people that don't serve you, clearing from all of that to start next year with something amazing. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, my friend? The chariot. The chariot with the devil here. So, of course, it's asking you, lead the way, take charge, okay? But remember, when you take charge, you assume the consequences of it. And this is why you're being asked so strong. Where do you want to go? What do you want to focus on? Very important here for you. Now, for the Eight of Pentacles, 2 cards in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse and 7 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Now, I could even be talking to people that they're not happy where they are right now, whether this is a job, whether this is another situation, your financial situation, what you're doing right now. Maybe you start studying something that you don't like. So there's something here about I'm not happy where I am. I'm not happy with my family, okay? Because Ten of Cups can be talking about family. I'm not happy with the situation in my family. It doesn't have to be the family, but the situation you are involved with, okay? And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which upright will be talking about, planting seeds, being patient, and all of that. But there's something here like I don't want to be planting seeds. I've done that before. I want to shift. I want to change. However, pay attention. If you planted seeds for strawberries, you cannot pick apples. Okay, so pay attention to that. There's something you have to pay attention, and you have to understand that there's always consequences from our thoughts and from our actions and from everything around. Okay, it's about taking responsibility. Something strong here about taking responsibility, because when you take responsibility and you know that whatever you're focusing on, it's gonna come back to you, you start paying attention. What kind of words do you use? What is the first What kind of affirmations or declarations are you making when you wake up in the morning, the first time that you put your feet on the ground? What are you focusing on? When there's an argument, what are you focusing on? When there's traffic jam, what are you focusing on? You start to pay attention that everything that you mention, everything that you think comes with a consequence. So you start paying attention to everything, right? Because we create everything from our mind. And then, of course, with the life review we have with this judgment, it could be a life review for a lot of people because I keep saying life review here. We have the King of Cups. So, King of Cups, it's about stability, it's about grounding, it's about understanding, and it's about an emotional intelligence as well. Just like we were talking about, you start to understand that the situation around doesn't have to dictate what's going on inside of you. Okay, so you're very in control of what's happening inside of you, and you're not allowing the external situations to take you down, to bring you that lack feeling that you had in the past. Okay, and then we move on into message from spirit. The message from spirit is, if you keep following everything that you're doing, you're going to be successful. You're going to open up to the new, and you're going to leave the past behind. We'll take more cards here. We're going to check more of this. But straight away, the message from spirit is very, very open here. It's time to leave the past behind. Yes, we have three cards straight away. Perfect. So for the Six of Wands, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about tradition, talks about teaching, talks about following a pattern, right? Following the rules, following something. So if you work on the universal laws, the rules of the universe, how it works, of course you're going to be successful. Of course you're going to understand. And look at that. There's a sun in this flag. And right after you have the card, the sun. So there's a lot of sun that wants to come into your life. But for that to happen, you need to leave a version of you behind. Then for the sun, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the universe spirit wants to bring you a brand new beginning. The big question is, are you open to receive the brand new beginning? Because with the Death card, we do have the Page of Pentacles. And here it even says Luna manifestum. So it's about manifesting with the moon rituals, right? And the moon ritual, especially the full moon, just talk about endings, right? It's the cycle ending, and this that card, it's actually the end of something, ending a cycle, getting rid of something to move forward. So there could even be situations where the universe, it's gonna remove something, it's going to take people out because they don't serve you anymore. Situations don't serve you anymore, so that you can start something new. Page of Pentacles talks about something new. It's reliable. It's slow, but it's reliable. It's for the long future. There's a huge message here about cutting off with the past, cutting off with that um, living based on lack, and start to live on abundance. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's what the cards are saying here. So let's get some advice here with the angels of abundance, right? Abundance, because that's all that we want to attract. Quiet retreat. Beautiful card. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. We've just been talking about that with that King of Cups. And we also have ask for your needs to be met. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. So if you need something, don't be afraid to ask. The right people will come. I'm not saying the first person that comes in front of you, you're going to ask for help using your discernment, of course, and ask your guides, ask God, ask the universe, ask the creator to direct you on the right track, direct you to the right people so that they can help you, okay? And you can move forward. So that's a very important. Let's just end here with the angels and ancestors. So very angelic energy today for you for this mid-month, okay? So let's take two cards here as well. Guardian angel, you are not alone. So if there was ever a sense here that you think you're alone, you're never alone, especially if you're looking at white feathers, whether this is in your dreams, as you're driving or something like that, that just means you're not alone. Okay, and we also have the druid, hold the space. So you have two cards here asking you to remain quiet, hold space for yourself. So we have here the druid as well. So this could be even when this quiet retreat could be a walk in the park, sitting in the park, connecting with trees and all of that. They have master wisdom. And if when you talking about asking for help, maybe you could just walk in nature and hug a tree, just sit down with your back against a tree, and you feel the energy of Mother Earth. You feel the healing energy, because when you ask, you are answered. Okay? Stay tuned to that, because it is happening. Okay? It is happening. So you are being called to shift the mindset. Take responsibility for your thoughts, actions, and behaviors, and everything is going to work on your favor. If you feel that things haven't been working on your favor, this is a clear message. It's time to start shifting that. There's always time to change, there's always times to shift. Okay? It doesn't matter if you started right now, it doesn't matter if you are retired, you can always start new. All right? So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below in the first comment. And until next time, have a great day. Take care.